What's going on, guys? Mr. Clasher here. Welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and in today's video I want to be talking about Jason's deck and how to actually use it. So I've been using this deck since Jason won the Clash Royale tournament in Helsinki, Finland. If you guys don't know who Jason is, he was the guy that actually won the Helsinki tournament. There was an event this week, I guess last weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It was loads of fun. A lot of players battled out, and it was just an awesome event. I watched a part of the live stream, but I did see Jason beat the other player for the champion, and he's a really good player. So I'm going to be talking about this deck and kind of how to use it exactly. So I've been, again, playing with this deck since Sunday, since he won a championship, and at first I was kind of spectacle about this deck, I should say. At first, I really didn't like it just because I kept losing and everything. I had to figure out on how to actually use it. And wow, if you know how to use this deck and you actually learn techniques and stuff, this deck is amazingly strong. But at first, I didn't think so. So basically, what my favorite strategy to do is either Barbarians and Hog Rider, or what I like to do is place a Giant and kind of Archers and Spirit Goblins right behind the Giant. Now, as you guys will see in this first replay, I actually did not get a 3-crown win. It was pretty close, but unfortunately I don't get it. And as you guys can see, he's kind of attacking a little bit of my both sides, but I already got his left side down. And the key to this is kind of dropping troops such as Spirit Goblins, Archers, and the Minion Horde right behind the Barbarians. Or the Giant. The Hog Rider actually is good too, just behind the Archers or the Spirit Goblins as well. Now, I use the arrows in case there are minions, which I placed down a couple of times. It was timed a little bit off because I thought he would have air troops to actually counterattack. As you guys will see right there. But you know what? It wasn't that bad of a deal. Elixir Collector, I actually place it usually near towards the middle of my arena, and these guys can see he took my right side. Not a big deal. I'm going to keep deploying the Giant, and I'm going to keep deploying Spirit Goblins and troops right behind the Giant, Archers on the right side. So now he has to kind of defend both from the left and the side that's coming straight, and I don't think he's going to be able to actually do this. So there we go. I took his second side. Now obviously I kind of had to defend my last crown so I don't lose. But I was really debating to just push for the main tower, but I realized there was only 20 seconds, so I had to defend. And the Barbarians and the Minion Horde is an amazing, pretty much, troops to actually defend, because Barbarians and a Minion Horde do a lot of damage. Now, the problem is with that, I've been countered with that pretty much of arrows, fireball, and the freeze spell. Both of those have countered my attacks, but otherwise the strategy is pretty good. So there you guys go, the first replay actually. So 2-1, and let's dive in right into the second replay. So the second replay, I actually do get a 3-crown win, as you guys will see here, and I think it went pretty well in my opinion. Now, watch very carefully how I get the 3-crown win. Just watch very carefully what I do and what the steps are. So this player drops an Inferno Tower, and he is another mortar user, but not a big deal. The Inferno Tower is not going to do much to my Barbarians, so I do drop those. And this player has the rocket as well. So I do drop arrows just in case. You know, again, I misunderstood his kind of defense, and he actually had a free spell and a fireball to counter my Hog Rider. So that was my bad on my part, but you know, I was not going to give up, obviously. I was like, okay, we did a little bit of damage on the right side. Let's keep it going, and eventually we might able to win. I didn't really expect a 3-crown win from this, but you know what? This deck is amazing, and I definitely recommend trying Jason's deck just because it's a pretty good deck. You just have to know how to use it with pretty much every deck. If you know, learning a new deck, it does take a while. So right here, I drop my Giant, and I drop Archers and Spirit Goblins right behind that. Now, this strategy is amazing, except maybe this is not the way Jason plays exactly. This is the way I found this strategy to work and just dominate other players. You know, obviously I lose sometimes as well. It's part of the strategy, but most times if I actually get the hang of it and I counter a couple of attacks from the enemy player, I kind of know what it's going to be expecting. from the enemy player, and I can launch my attacks. Again, I drop Barbarians and the Hog Rider right behind, and he used the free spell, and I dropped the arrows again. Pretty much a waste of elixir. Again, I thought he would have air troops because a lot of people drop spear goblins or something to counter my Hog Rider. Not a freeze and a fireball combo, but hey, you know what? He countered a couple of my attacks, so not too bad. Now I have 2 elixir collectors, so it's double XP for elixir, and he's going to use another rocket. Now those rockets do pretty hefty damage to my towers, but nonetheless, that 6 elixir or less he has, I'm just going to be deploying everything at the player. Everything he's got is probably not going to stop my army, and I'm just going to be deploying everything I have on my side. Now he does use a free spell for, I guess it was a desperate move, and he will use a fireball, but again, that giant and the troops right behind the giant are just amazing. It's just amazing strategy, because the giant is pretty much a big meat shield that he can just meat shield for every one of my troops, and I just kind of go a little bit on both sides attack, and I just spam troops everywhere. So hopefully guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you did, of course, enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you all on my next video.
I seen a lot of shit I shouldn't have, but never forgot it though. Brothers on the corner selling crack like it was not a though. Walk inside my kitchen, baking soda all up on the floor. Police banging on the door while gripping the 44. I was just a youngin', but this type of shit I seen before. Y'all see a white boy, but my daddy a Negro. Half-breed motherfucker, grip the mic and heat flow. I just wanna spread love, they want me to bleed slow. I just wanna keep the peace and help people. Give some of this money that I'm making to the people. So